I hate this motherfucker. This is a great fucking story. Okay? It's a great fucking story. Anyways, on January 6th, TTS test results was out of date. That's the girls' tests are out of date. I was going to get tested again for the second one, and he told me not to because there wasn't going to be penetration. Penetration meaning vaginal or anal sex. More on this later. Once again, Chase was never shown any STD test results for the group of men who participated in the scene. I asked if they were tested. He replied, yes. I didn't ask how. I honestly think it's a money thing. He had made the comment to me to not waste my money. These guys aren't getting paid. They are basically shoots and sets up at a hotel. Fly-by-night bullshit. He has a button on Southern Bukkake. Guy sends pic of himself and driver's license. South checks it. The guy is good. He performs. He gets to the date, a time, and a bit in advance in the room info the same day. The scene involved oral sex, not just ejaculation on you, correct? Yes, oral sex and facials. Chase had brought her partner, Brian, along to perform in the Bukkake shoot because South didn't think we had enough guys. But Brian had never tested at TTS or through Free Speech Coalition /PASS and is not listed in any performer testing database. So Brian only tested with the Aura Quick, correct? South, didn't bother to test Brian, even though we asked because I knew him. Brian was completely untested. TRPWL asked Brian to confirm the circumstances of his performing in the Mike South Bukkake scene. He replied, I was not asked to provide or take any tests for STDs or otherwise as I was vouched for by the talent. Someone vouched for him, and that was good enough for Mike South. Lots of people would have vouched for Mark Wallace in 1998 and Mr. Marcus in 2012. As reported previously, when South and Chase traveled to Florida to supposedly do a bunch of shoots later in February, South suggested himself as the male talent in an oral sex scene with Chase. On that trip, did South ever show you a current test or ask you for a current test before he suggested that he do a blowjob scene with you? No, he did not show one or ask. Did he state that the wanted to use condoms? No, he did not state he wanted to use condoms. Did South require condoms or an STD lab test for you? Lindsay Lovehands and whoever else was involved in the material you shot? No, he did not. Victoria Quinn is a dancer and amateur performer from Georgia who performed in a Bukkake scene for Mike South in the fall of 2013. Quinn says she had no current STI test at the time of the shoot. Quinn described the circumstances to TRPWL. South had the guy talents, well, random guys that have shot with him, bring in that home swab test you can get at local stores, she calls. I saw each of them get swabbed, and if they passed, they were good. From what I recall, I was not asked by Connor, Cox, an unlicensed talent agent whom South endorses, nor Mike get tested. In advance of the shoot, one of Cox's recruiters asked Quinn if she had a current test. I honestly answered no, because I wasn't told, and I just was, I was supposed to be. The recruiter question got me worried, but Connor had told me in the past that girls weren't tested or were for their pro shoots since it required the talent testing. But he told me that they do HIV testing on South site. And the girls who had done it in like XXX and quadruple X said it was fine and never noticed anything internally wrong with themselves or positive test results in the near future. Oh, so there was like two different girls. Asked if she had been swabbed with an Aura Quick test for this shoot with South, Quinn replied, I was not swabbed on set or asked to provide one to get swabbed. He has a notebook, says Quinn. He noted down if they passed and put the slip in the binder. He then returned the used box back to the men, thinking he didn't want trash in the hotel room. It was a bukkake, so I only did oral, so no condoms were involved. And since I knew the guys were only HIV tested, I never swallowed or let any of them shoot in my eyes or mouth. So, wow. 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 Now, the Devil Man and TPL here at least gave me another reference right under Mike South's creepy, disgusting face, so I don't have to go through the Mike South blogs to this. So they very nicely posted it for everybody, and I will read it. Mike South, the lawgiver. 10 months ago, on May 28, 2013, South issued his unsolicited counsel on the issue of adult performer testing standards. His recommendations were the following. All right, guys, this is a good one, and I remember this. First, everyone shoots condom only, or doesn't shoot for a week or two, then everyone tests as all they were new to the business. When you first come into the biz, you get a full battery of tests: HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, Hep A, B, and C, and HPV. Yes, there is a test for men, and syphilis. If you test positive, you don't work until your test is clean. Hopefully, this motivates performers to be more careful in their private lives. People who are negative for Hep A and B and HPV get vaccinated for them. HIV testing includes both the PCR and the ELISA tests. All performers take an instant test for HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. Instant tests are available and inexpensive. I'm sure that we could get them in quantity for $30 or less for a full panel. There is a problem administrating these tests without proper training, then get people trained as part of the licensing requirement. Every 30 days, performers additionally get an HIV test, PCR, and Hep C test. The cost of all the testing must be paid for by producers. So there will have to be a method to work this out. Sure, it might be a little difficult, but I guarantee you it won't be as difficult or as costly as trying to fight these laws in perpetuity. Or in perpetuity. Okay. Now, guess what? Not one thing Mike South did. Seriously. Now, this all goes on to where the real porn WikiLeaks, man, is George Morrison. I don't really need to go into their opinions and exactly what it is. Now, I will say this. This Oro Sure quick test that South relies on, okay? I don't know where it says that it tests for all these other diseases. The only thing that I'm reading is that it's for HIV. I'm not reading that it's a gonorrhea test. I'm not reading that it's a syphilis test. I'm not reading any of this stuff. Now, if I'm wrong, I want somebody to help me out here, but I'm not seeing one instance where this aura test, okay, I haven't seen one instance of this oro test or a quick swab test that Mike South gives to people is something that is testing for syphilis or hepatitis C. Now, last time I checked, I thought Hep C was something you had to have your blood drawn for. Now, nowhere in this article or these interviews from these girls are they stating that they got their blood drawn and Mike South sent it off where they could get checked for hepatitis and so forth and so on. So again, if I'm wrong, please correct me, someone. But the only thing I'm hearing is Mike South swabbing people with this oro test, with this oro quick oral swab HIV test. So, where is the test for all the other diseases? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody fucking tell me where this test for syphilis is? I'm not hearing about a syphilis test. Now, we all know about the syphilis outbreak. We all know about hepatitis C. So nowhere in this article are we hearing about a goddamn test. Seriously, we're not hearing about any tests whatsoever where people are conducting it by Mike South to find out if somebody has chlamydia. To see, we're not. It's a swab test. They're taking a swab and they're putting it in the person's mouth, and then Mike South, the doctor, is fucking deciding with his little kit if they have HIV. And then he clears these random guys from the street. So, are they being tested for HPV? They're not. Again, Mike South can try to dodge these questions all he wants. And he can fucking say, I don't have to defend myself. Look at where all these accusations are coming from. Well, okay, forget the messengers. It's coming from two girls. Two girls. And, Mike, if you look up and see that this girl, Jessica Chase, performed in a scene with 8 or 9 guys, all somebody has to do is say, hey, Mike, we want to see the fucking full battery of tests on those 8 or 9 guys. End of story. End the fucking story. End the fucking story. Forget about where all this is coming from. It's very simple to nip this in the bud, Mike South, you lying cocksucker, you hypocritical, hillbilly, inbred motherfucker. Real simple, fuck stick. Are you ready? Let's say Texas Longhorn and fucking Devilman are completely full of shit. Let's say they're completely full of shit. Okay? Let's say they're completely full of shit. Will we find Jessica Chase performing in a bukkake scene? Simple fucking question. Simple fucking question. If you won't answer anybody else's questions, fuckhead, will you answer my question, you fuck? Did Jessica Chase perform in a fucking bukkake with 8 to 9 guys? I'm going to listen, and I'm going to hear people say, yes. Okay. Now, can you provide, just like you demand all of the people you go after, Mike South, can you provide tests that show every one of those men that perform with that girl are free of hepatitis, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and HIV? Can you provide documentation that shows that those 8 or 9 guys are free of those 5 diseases when they perform with that girl? You can't, motherfucker. You can't. You were caught. You've been busted. You bitch. You got punked. You motherfucker. You live in the biggest glass house. Don't you get it, you cocksucker? You live in the biggest glass house. And you've been hurling fucking rocks at people for a decade and a half. And what happens? Your entire glass house is shattered, you bitch. You fucking bitch. You motherfucking bitch. Very simple, Mike South. I'm gonna sit there and get on your fucking bandwagon and say, consider the source. I'm gonna get on that bandwagon, you bitch, and consider the source. Yep, you're right. You're right, fuck stick. You're right. Consider the source. But let's go to the real source. Jessica Chase. Did she perform with 8 or 9 guys for you in a Southern Bukkake? The answer is yes. So then the next question is, did those 8 or 9 guys provide tests that showed they were cleared of those 5 diseases? Simple. Practice what you preach, fuck stick. If you can't provide tests on those fucking 8 or 9 guys for that scene they perform with that girl, you deserve to get hung up by your hillbilly throat and have your fucking innards gutted, you fuck. You fuck. You hypocritical cocksucker with all your little bitch-ass marks on your fucking website. Oh, Mike, you're the greatest in the world. Yeah. Let me tell you something, South. If you didn't have a moderated message board, you faggot, that message board would be littered with people calling you out like the bitch you are. Because there's no way around what you fucking did, you fucking punk. You pussy bitch punk. You had 8 or 9 guys performing a bukkake with this girl. And those 8 or 9 guys did not have a battery of tests. You cannot deny that, Mike South. You can fucking discredit Texas Longhorn and Devilman all you want. But guess what? They fucking found some phenomenal factual information. They found some great, phenomenal factual information. And you are caught. You are busted. End of fucking story, you fucking faggot. You hillbilly jerk-off. I'm gonna fucking ride your hypocritical ass every fucking day. Get used to it, South. Because ABN just fucking reported on it and got you nice and big in the headline. Texas Longhorns got you nice and big in the headline. And tomorrow, you fucking bitch-ass punk, I got you nice and big in the headline. You are a bitch-ass hypocrite cocksucker. I've always been right about you. You are a Republican, racist, punk bitch. You are a lying sack of shit. Very simple. Provide the 8 or 9 complete tests on the men that perform with this girl. Provide the 8 or 9 tests that show that these guys that perform with this girl are completely clear of the 5 diseases. Come on, South. You won't be able to do it because you got caught. You got caught, motherfucker. You got caught. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this bitch-ass punk and what he says. So, Peter Warren, and go figure, Peter Warren, that little retard, he fucking reports this story. Now, listen to this, okay? The charges by Whitaker were based on interviews he conducted, because I already gave you guys the front end of the story. This is AVN now. The charges by Whitaker were based on interviews he conducted with performers who alleged that they had worked for South on the shoots in question. South has long rallied on his site, MikeSouth.com, against the testing protocols implemented by the majority of the industry, and these charges, if true, would seem to fly in the face of the calls he has made many times over more rigid performer safety practices. AVN contacted South for a response to these accusations, and while he offered no specific rebuttals to any of them, he did state, consider the source. Consider the source. Of course, they are without merit, but in all honesty, I feel no reason to defend myself against someone who is simply clearly trying to libel my good name and reputation to build his own credibility. How's that? That's Mike South, Mr. Truth Seeker. Once again, if Texas and fucking Devilman were full of shit, and Mike South wanted to shut them down and show that they were trying to libel Mike South would provide evidence just like that. He would go, oh, Peter, you know these two guys are fucking assholes. Listen, I'm going to send you over the tests. I'm going to send you over all the paperwork. These guys are jerk-offs. Did Mike South do that? Nope. Oh, nope. All Mike South did is what he always does, which is fucking when you catch him, he then won't answer and then insults. That's what he does. That's all he does. When I told everybody the story about how I got his ass fired from Elegant Angel, he posts, I'm a jerk-off, and I think I'm responsible for everything in porn. And fuck you, Rob Black. There, now you got your 5 minutes of fame on my website. I'm not going to talk about you anymore. Doesn't answer any of the allegations. Nothing. Because they're all true. I said he was a failure. He's always been a failure. The guy is a loser. Okay? He is a loser. He's a punk bitch. Always been a punk bitch. He's a fucking... Look at that. Look at the fucking picture of him on my Instagram. How'd you like that thing fucking you? That fucking disease-riddled piece of shit. God knows what he's got swimming around in his fucking body. So listen to that. Think about that. And then, in addition, Mike South stressed, I have OSHA compliance person on every single one of my sets. And repeated a claim he's made numerous times before. I have been in this business for 25 years almost, and I have yet to have a single instance of an STD transmission on one of my sets. Not a single one. Now the guy's Ron Jeremy. Remember, Ron Jeremy, who's been in the business for 30-some-odd years, claims he's never, ever gotten a fucking sexually transmitted disease. Never, ever. Never, ever. And if that's not more bullshit of Mike South saying in 25 years he's never had anybody catch a disease on his set, he says he has an OSHA compliance person on every single one of his sets. Are you guys hearing that bullshit? So in that hotel room with this fucking girl, well, think about this, you guys. Is this guy just so hopped up on fucking dope? Like, seriously, man. I know he talks about having a bad knee and having surgeries. Is this guy just so hopped up on fucking pills that he doesn't even know what he's rambling on about? Take a look at this disgusting shoot that he's doing with Jessica Chase in the fucking hotel. at the Embassy Suites. So you're telling me, Mike South, that you have an OSHA inspector sitting in that hotel room with you? Am I reading this correctly, ladies and gentlemen? Seriously now. Come on. Are you fucking half a losers? Seriously. I know you guys hate me, and I know you guys despise me. I know it. I know it. I know Devilman and fucking and Spiegler and Texas Longhorn. I know you guys fucking despise me, but seriously, if that is not something that you should be tweeting that every day, guys. That, to me, is the most absurd thing I've ever seen in an interview. AVN, Peter Warren, I know you despise me. Please, bro, please. Your next story should just be, hi, I'm Peter Warren, and I need to do a follow-up to the story I wrote yesterday. And my only follow-up is Mike South so completely retarded that he wants all of us to believe that he has an OSHA compliance person on every single one of his sets? Please, I'm Peter Warren. Tell me I'm not in fucking La La Land. ... End the story. Thank you very much. Please, guys, if that statement alone is not the smoking gun of a guy who's so hopped up on his own shit smell from living in an inbred backwoods society that he's so fucking stupid that he's actually believing the fumes that are coming out of his asshole to fucking say, I have an OSHA compliance person on every single one of my sets. Really? So this fucking scene that I'm looking at, seriously, you guys, the scene where this disgusting wretch of a human being is trying to knuckle fuck this girl, Jessica Chase, in a hotel room. Somewhere off to the side where we can't see is an OSHA inspector from Georgia. Is that what we're all supposed to believe right now? Seriously, all you fucking losers that post on Mike South's message board and you actually have the audacity to think that's cool and productive. That's what you all believe that? You all believe that when 8 or 9 grubby, inbred, Confederate flag touting Georgia fucking jack-offs are getting ready to jack off in a girl's face at the Embassy Suites, there's a fucking OSHA compliant person sitting in the corner? Are you fucking people insane? Peter Warren, I know you hate me, but please, bro, please, I won't bust your balls if you do a follow-up to the story and say, see, Peter Warren believed me. Please, guys, I won't bust your balls. Please, somebody do another follow-up to the most ludicrous statement ever written by a human being. I fucking repeat this. Mike South says, again, let me repeat this. I have an OSHA compliance person on every single one of my sets. Oh, Jesus Christ, you guys, seriously, come on. Is that the most ludicrous, asinine? So basically, if he shoots 8 times in a month, he has a Georgia OSHA inspector hanging out in his trailer or at the Embassy Suites. Really? Really? We're talking about Georgia. I can't even believe that. I can't even believe nobody questioned this. I can't even believe Peter Warren didn't even laugh in his face and go, Mike South, you are a complete lying douchebag. And I can't believe Peter Warren didn't fucking say, after Mike South said that to me, I laughed in his fucking face and called him a complete fucking douchebag. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, Are you guys seriously? Please already. Please. Guys, come on. Seriously. Guys, again, we only got a couple more minutes left until we're going to get to the news. But do you guys believe this? Seriously. I mean, that's the end of it. And then it goes into Devilman takes direct issue with his piece. Without a universal testing and monitoring surveillance system that could access records of the test results of all performers with whom he worked with, both before and after, South could not possibly have known for certain whether any of his performers had ever contracted an STI, which the Devilman is 100% correct. The Devilman is 100% correct. The guy's 100% correct. The guy's 100% correct. End of story. Mike South takes a fucking swab and does a aura fucking test, which doesn't fucking test for anything other than HIV. And this aura quick result test doesn't test for syphilis, doesn't test for chlamydia, it doesn't test for hepatitis C, it doesn't test for any of that. But yet Mike South, for 25 years, will claim that nobody's ever got a sexually transmitted disease on his set. Please, guys, come on, man. Come on, man. Seriously. Peter Warren, you fucking retard, please. Do a follow-up to this fucking story tomorrow. How can nobody be... Are you fucking serious? I mean, I'm gonna fucking Twitter this all fucking night. I'm gonna literally, you guys, I'm gonna fucking Twitter this all fucking night. How the fuck Mike South claim that he has a OSHA inspector on his fucking sets every time he shoots? That, to me, is the single most glaring line of bullshit that one could possibly say. We, out here in California, when a studio wants to be compliant, that is a task into itself. Do you realize if we had studios that wanted to be compliant, that is a task all into itself, to have a OSHA inspector at every single shoot. But Mike South, in a place like Georgia, where pornography is not legal, pornography is technically pandering, he just picks up the old state regulator and says, "Hey there, it's Mike South. Yeah, how you guys doing today? Good, good, good. Hey, listen, I got an 8 or 9 man bukkake going on here. Yeah, at the Embassy Suites. Yeah, I need an OSHA inspector out here right now to make sure that we're coming on the girl safely. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, let me give you the address. Okay. Yeah, we got about 8 or 9. Yeah, 8 or 9 guys. Yeah, 8 or 9 guys. Yeah, And then I got another scene in about 2 days with another 8 or 9 guys. Okay. Can I book my OSHA administrator for that day too? Oh, I gotta wait. Okay. Oh, because they might be busy inspecting other bukkakes. Okay. All right. Oh, you want me to hold? All right, I hold. Yeah, shit. They got me on hold. Yeah, I do this all the time. I got an OSHA inspector over here, you know, at the Embassy Suites at least 8-10 times a month. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, okay. Yeah, about 2 o'clock is when we'll be shooting. All right, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye. Yeah, guys, that's what Mike South is telling AVA. That's what Mike South's telling AVA. I quote, I have an OSHA compliance person on every single one of my sets. End of quote. I think that sums up the story on Mike South. Okay? Okay? I think that ends the story on Mike South. We're going to take a break for about a minute. That was brought to you by the Real Porn WikiLeaks, Texas Longhorn, Sean Tompkins, and the Devilman, Michael Whiteacre. Now, guys, you can resume busting balls, okay? Thank you. I got to take a break, and then I'm going to do the news. And then you can fucking resume being retards and email me from fucking fake emails, you dummies. Okay? But I will give you guys props. Because like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. Alright? I hate everybody equally. Great fucking story. You guys, mwah, you did awesome. Mwah, you did phenomenal. Kudos to you two. Job well done. An amazing story. An amazing investigation. You guys, I give you a big clap. That made my night. It really did. You made my fucking night. All right, we're going to take a break. And when we come back in about 5 minutes, Katie Summers will join us for the news. And she's live right now, ladies and gentlemen. She's live. So we're going to go to her in about 1 minute, 2 minutes. I just got to take a pee real quick, honey. So let me just fucking pee. And if you want, you can talk to everybody and say hello. And go, hi, everybody, because they can see you and they can hear you. And we'll go from there. Anyways, if she's going to talk, she'll talk. If not, I'm going to play a bit. So either way, it's the Rob Black Show. I got to take a pee-pee, and we'll be right back. Fuck it. Where's the guy? I can't even find the fucking... I can't even find my bits. I'm so flustered from the fucking Mike South fucking article. It just really just made my fucking... It just really made my fucking day. It did. It really did. It made my fucking day. It did. It really did. It made my fucking day. All right, where's my fucking... Where's my... There it is! Fuck. All right, we'll be right back after these. It's just so funny. What a crazy show we got. What a fucking crazy show we got, man. Anyways, stinky Armenians, that's always a good bit. It's the Rob Black Show. We'll be back, you motherfuckers. Peace. Woo. I just returned from 7-Eleven. I did. And I gotta ask you guys, and I know when I say this, everybody's gonna say I'm being racist or bigoted or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. But maybe some of you can help me in this. I was at 7-Eleven, and as I was in line, a gentleman came up next to me, And he happened to be Armenian descent. How do I know that? Because I have some friends that are Armenian. And I'm not being stereotyped when I say that. If I said he looked Middle Eastern, my Armenian friends would be upset at me. But he didn't. He definitely was Armenian. Now, my question is this. I was not able to literally stand next to him for more than it took for me to complete my transaction, because any longer I would have died of a lack of oxygen to my brain, because he smelled like a cheap cologne that was so strong that it literally made the pepper spray that I got doused with 2 weeks ago during a fight on the streets of Lancashire. That I literally could not breathe the fumes from this Armenian kid's cologne. I literally was standing like this, and I put my vitamin water up on the counter, and out of the corner of my eye, I can see somebody walking up to the 7-Eleven door. And as he opens the door, the fumes from the cologne literally was like gas fumes. I'm telling you, it was a chemical. It was a chemical attack. I was attacked by an Armenian chemical bomb, a dirty Armenian bomb. And I literally, out of the corner of my eye, seen that door open, and the chemicals of that cologne wafted, literally just wafted, and I was like, oh, Jesus. And I'm like, oh, God, please don't. And as he started to approach me, I could feel my skin burning. That is how strong the cologne was for my Armenian town. And I know what it's like to get hit with a chemical attack, like the people in Syria. I know what it's like to have chemical burns. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if none of you are from Los Angeles, have never been in the company of an Armenian, fully drenched in cologne. Yeah, exactly. It is something that goes beyond. It goes beyond the rules of engagement in a battle. It goes beyond the Geneva Conference. You want to talk about those pictures of the children running around in Hiroshima, naked with their bodies burning from the atomic bomb that we dropped on them? It's nothing. If I did not get out of 7-Eleven as fast as I did and run back here to the office and douse my body with water, I would have made the small girls in Hiroshima look like school children on a foggy day playing in the year 2014. I swear to God, as I sat there and I waited for the Pakistani to ring up my vitamin water, and next to me, this Armenian fellow, and he gave me a smile, and I said, oh, Jesus Christ. Now the hookah vapor that is mincing from your mouth, mixed with the cologne, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking melt right fucking here. I'm gonna look like the Nazis from the Raiders of the Lost Ark when the cover of the Ark is lifted and they look at the stick and their face is fucking melt. I'm gonna fucking melt right here.
Are you ready?
And I look at him, and I literally, like I'm smelling a bad, horrific fart, or my nose is right up to a can of gasoline, and I go,
Alright, I'm going in.
and I turn back, and he ended up having a scanny cop.
Rob Black, we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
As I'm just looking at me like this.
I gotta turn my Rob Black. It's like I'm looking at myself. I love myself. I love myself. I do. I love myself. I'm Rob Black, and I love myself. And I'm gonna put the headphones in so we can talk right now. And the beautiful Katie Summers in a minute. Hold on now. Let me plug the old phone in. And Katie Summers, are you there? Nice. 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 So it just smells like plastic, I take it inside. Ah, great. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the beautiful, the talented, the ever lovely, the ever delicious Katie Summers. And like Katie Summers, I'm sorry we're a little late again tonight, but you got to admit, with a story that basically talks about how Mike South is a hypocritical piece of human dog shit, you got to admit it was worth the extra fucking 10 minutes that we've gone over. Yes, it was something like that. So we would like for you to give us the news that we cannot do without. Please, Katie Summers, give it to us. Give it to us. Give it to us. A McDonald's receipt? That is the most absurd, that is the most craziest, that is the most retarded thing I've ever fucking heard. Do you know how much it was? Does it say if it was like $9.95 or $4.50 or something like that? That's got to be the most retardedest thing I've ever fucking heard of. That is unbelievably crazy. But yeah, Norwegians. No, you gotta understand something. Let me give you. Let me smarten you up a little about Norwegians. Norwegians are the guys, and you could Google this in your free time. I know it's not that important now, but for you and everybody out there, Norwegians are the guys that make this death metal. It's like a Norwegian death metal, and there's been documentaries on Norwegian death metal, and there's these bands where they've actually gone and they like kill people, and there was a Norwegian death metal band where like the lead singer killed like one of his members and then killed somebody else and like ate their feet or something bizarre like that, and they put him in jail. And Norway has a huge death metal scene. So I totally believe, now that I'm thinking about it, that they would be so incredibly retarded to actually get a McDonald's receipt and tattoo it to their arm. So, Katie Summers, that is a great story. And give us something else that isn't completely retarded like that. Oh my God. I just got
It's called it's a Gayum. And Crippled Dan said, I have the original pressing of Dawn of the Black Hearts. I guess that's one of those Norwegian death metal wackos. So there you go. See, Crippled Dan, a man who sits in his own piss and shit on a regular basis. Well, hey, Crippled Dan, do you have to carry around one of those piss bags and shit tubs so that when you make a doo-doo or a pee-pee, it doesn't stink? Or do you have a diaper? What? Which one is it, you motherfucker? Crippled Dan's getting double teamed, man. He's getting double teamed. Oh man, classic. All right, so give me another story. Wow, that's fucking bizarre as fuck. That is so funny. That is funny. And well, I mean, I never experienced that when I was in like in fucking high school and shit like that. And ultimately when I got older in life, I never I never witnessed any of that type of shit. But I think that type of stuff didn't happen, I guess, in I don't know, in my era of life. But I've heard of that on TV shows, and I heard of that in movies, but I never heard of that ever happening to me. So fascinating and disturbing all in one shot. Well, I definitely would say to any guy that if a girl is says she's pregnant and it's not your girlfriend and it's one of those out of the blue type of things, so well, fuck it. Even if it's your girlfriend, always you always gotta go to a doctor. That always tripped me out when somebody would either go along with a girl saying she's pregnant for X amount of months, or I know you've heard of this, when a girl would say that she's pregnant and then she tells the guy it's his kid, they have the kid, and it turns out that they go on Maury Povich, and the guy at the age of the kid's 5 years old and he has to do a paternity test. And you sit there and think, well, if there was any doubts, why the fuck did this not get checked out? The first day the little fucker came out of the womb. Yeah, that's definitely uh, yeah. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah. Yeah, send me, yeah, or I guess I could go online and look. Hold on. You want me to, what should I look for? Let me see. All right, so go to Huffington Post media section. Hold on, Huffington Post. Darling, let me go to the Huffington Post, darling. Darling, let me go. Shalom. Where is it? Okay, wait a minute. Where am I looking? All right, hold on. Media. Let me click media. Rupert Murdoch makes momentous decision. Hold on. Man. Huh? Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on. I'm almost there. Ah, there it is. There it is. I got it. I got it. All right. There's your. That's your twin. Okay, hold on. Mika Brzezinski, pull the cat out. Oh, I love it. All right, here it is. Let me see. Okay, come on, motherfucker. I'm trying to play it. Hold on. Oh my god, that is so funny. Hold on, I'm trying to get the video to come up. There it is. Watch now. Your video is loading. All right, so hold on. All right. Okay, I'm gonna play this. So
anything we purchase,
you're gonna get up. You're gonna get up. So you don't. The lady's gonna come. So hold on.
A game-changing act for me. We didn't get into business to spend time managing receipts. That's why we link. We like being in business because we like being creative. We like interacting with people.
Yeah, that's right.
So you have time to practice on the things
Well,
you
fuck
love.
yourself, you cunts.
Eat from Chase, so you can.
Wasting my time. Here we go.
I'm Joni Ernst. I grew up castrating hogs on an Iowa farm. So when I get to Washington, I'll know how to cut pork.
Joni Ernst, mother, soldier, conservative.
My parents taught us to live within our means. It's time to force Washington to do the same. To cut wasteful spending, repeal Obamacare, and balance the budget. I'm Joni Ernst, and I approve this message because Washington's full of big spenders. Let's make them squeal. That's Chatham, by the way. Live shot.
It's Chatham, man.
Yeah. But I want to talk about Joni Ernst, one of 5 Republicans running for the Senate nomination in Iowa.
Just give
That's her first TV ad. I mean, give it to her now. She'll make Washington better.
If you know what I mean.
She won.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
With us on set, we've got Mike.
she won.
We've got former Democratic Congressman Harold Ford Jr. In Washington, senior political editor and White House correspondent for the Huffington Post, Sam Stein. And I finally am going to give it back to you.
What's cat?
Oh,
dear Lord.
Thanks. Thank God Joni didn't
Oh,
get
come on. Stop it.
You need to get her space.
Oh, what are you?
Next.
Where did they come from, Carl? Is it tripping a cat out of your bag? You just pulled that door, cat.
She's fine. She's good. You have to. I've been working with her, Joe.
You have to learn to handle her better, okay? She's
What do you
very
mean?
well behaved.
Keep her in the bag. Has this been cat in the bag for a week?
No.
Is that how you
I've
take
been
care of
working
my
with
cat?
her because
When
I
I
told
give
her
you
that
my
she's a
cat?
little aggressive and she jumps all over. You just have to give her love and you have to take care of her. And you never, ever look at me. You never ignore her.
I don't ignore. Cat in the bag. It sounds like a new product. Cat in the bag.
It's a rescue. Look how long she is.
Oh, come on.
She's like a carrot.
Give me my
She's
cat.
like a carrot.
Stop it.
She's perfect.
Where's the dog?
On that suit,
Wow.
I think you need a little blanket here.
Dude.
Okay. All right. Anyhow, got the kitty.
I'm going to
Nice story. I'm going to do news.
You and family.
Well, it cares our top story, so we can talk about the cat.
I got it one time. What's wrong with you?
All right, so the cat.
I'm liking the character of James Todd. This is just all right. You know what's going on in your head these days.
I love taking care of her, and I worked with her, Tony Carly. She's a good cat. See, look how good she is. Remember, she used to squirm everywhere?
She's with it. We're all uncomfortable. I think we're all uncomfortable.
No,
That's good. How over the bag? I'm over under.
I kept her in the bag, and I held her and fed her, and you talked to her, and she likes to put her paw out. One paw.
I'm a hole in the bag.
She's fine. It's good. You guys are, I'm like Joni Ernst. I know animals, and sometimes, they need to be castrated. Sometimes they need to be spayed. We need to schedule that. And they need their shots, and sometimes they need to be put down. So there you go.
Jeez.
Luckily, after a week with me, she's fine. We'll be keeping her.
This cat was fine.
Spice, on the other hand,
This cat was fine. Your house.
I have family members that I don't think are going to keep Spice.
You are unashamed.
All right.
You are unashamed.
Speaking of health,
Your boat is floating around like that boat in Chatham. That's not exactly Can we show the picture of Chatham again, TJ? Do we have that just to distract people from the bizarreness?
I need to talk to John.
That was great. That was that right there, Katie Summers. That is the girl. That's who you're going to be when in about 20 more years. That's the good lady you're going to be. Mika Brzezinski, I think, what is she, like 45 or 46? So you got about 20 more years to go. There you go. You're going to be the lady that pulls a fucking cat out of a fucking bag on the Rob Black Show. What a video. That was a gem. I got to give you credit on that. That was a fucking gem. Those of you who want to see that video, go to Huffington Post. I mean, you heard the video, but if you want to see it, go to Huffington Post, and it's Mika Brzezinski pulling a cat out of her bag on Morning Joe. It's on Huffington Post in the media section. Look up Mika Brzezinski, and this is awesome. This is basically who I'm modeling Katie Summers to be, a very sophisticated a woman. So that's what it's. They got the same haircut. That's what I'm trying to turn Katie Summers into. But and I didn't think Mika was that nuts. So hey, Katie Summers is definitely on her way to being a fucking wackadoo. Just like Mika Brzezinski pulling fucking animals out of fucking bags. Horrible. Fucking horrible, I say.
Wow. So what you're saying is they've already made a goddamn movie. Not since the disaster, but they actually made a movie about an airliner that crashes in the ocean on its way to Beijing. Wow, what a fucking coincidence, man. What a fucking coincidence. That's a big one. That is a big. That's fucking trippy, man. Wow, that is fucking trippy. That is fucking really trippy. Wow. All right. Well, I don't even know what to say about that except that's fucking trippy. I'll tell you this, if you watch the show Lost, which I'm going to get you into one of these days, they actually have something as a continuing plot on the show where a lot of these things revolve around these lottery numbers that one of the characters wins the lottery, and all these things are kind of foreshadowed throughout the seasons using these numbers. So certain people and certain things happen, and you wind up seeing these numbers, and it all goes back to like this lottery and stuff. So it's funny. It's very similar to this production company where they're making these things like the tsunami movie, and then the airlines that flies in the ocean, and all of a sudden that shit happens. That is a movie unto itself about a movie company that makes movies that eventually lead to reality. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good fucking concept for a fucking movie. You know something? I never seen Inception, so I don't even know reference on it. But I think I started to watch it and I fell asleep within like the first 10 minutes or something like that. Yeah, well, there you go. Wow, so Puff Daddy, or I should say Sean Combs, Mr. Kookaroos, is now going back to being Puff Daddy. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Interesting as it is, fascinating as it will be, but I guarantee you any new Puff Daddy music is going to be thoroughly dog shit. So there's my 2 cents. Go away. Go away. Where was this story? That's a great story. I fucking Peyton Manning. What a humble guy, man. That's really wild. Wow. I'm serious. That's a great story. That is a really great story, man. That's No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it was 11. Yeah. Hey man, it just shows you that fuck, dude. The guy has made a ton of money in his career. He's probably got a ton of money banked. He doesn't want to make the Broncos. See, and that's what, like I told you, like I said, if he makes a deal that has a bunch of guaranteed money and a bunch of cash that the Broncos got to pay him, and he takes a wicked hit that knocks him out for the season, the Broncos still got to fucking pay him. And, he's sitting there saying, listen, I don't want to let you guys be in a position where you could, wind up having to maybe lay out $15 million more than you have to. I got enough money. I've saved enough money that I have for my children's children's children, and I don't need to be a greedy fucking pig. That just shows you, in essence, and I'm not a big Jesus lover, and I don't believe in all that stuff, but Peyton Manning is, and me and you looked online and actually seen the guy's a fucking religious fucking, the guy's a religious motherfucker, and he practices, and in essence, what the Bible preaches. Now, he doesn't give away all of his money, but for someone to say, listen, I make enough money. I don't need to be greedy. I don't need to make all of the fucking money. And you got to commend the guy for that, man. You got to fucking commend the guy for that. That's, if more people in sports were like that, you would see more teams that win, because in essence, that puts millions of dollars back in the Denver Broncos' hands, where they could give it to other players and build a better team. So, I know. You are pretty fucking. You're pretty speechless. You're like overwhelmed. You're like, hey, motherfucker, I take the goddamn money. Yeah. You're funny. You're funny. You are funny. All right, give me something else. You got anything else? Yeah. Well, I like how your views have changed, and I will say this: I believe that life. I'm one of those people that believe that life does not start at conception, but I will say that I don't believe that you should be able to suck the baby out after 6, 7 months. Believe it or not, I think I'm one of those few Democrats that believe that there can be restrictions, because I think at 6 to 7 months, that little son of a bitch is possibly able to live outside the womb, and to go up in there and actually with a dagger or a cutting tool to chop that thing up is kind of fucked up. But that's my personal opinion, and I don't feel that I have the right to restrict a woman for having that option to do it. I just feel that if I was able to have a child, my limit on sucking it out and killing it would be at that 6-month mark. I think if the fetus inside cannot live outside that womb on its own, even as with a life support machine, I feel that it's kind of fucked up. But again, I would not restrict a woman's right to do that. But I myself would not do that. If you happen to be pregnant and at the 7th mark you were like, I don't fucking want it, I would be like, yo, that's fucked up. You gotta fucking have the fucking thing. But I wouldn't prevent you. If you did it, you did it. But me, myself, I think that for me is where I draw the line on aborting a fucking fetus. That's my take. But I never feel that you should restrict a woman's right any route that they take, because it's her body, and whatever a woman wants to do with her body is her choice. Who am I to fucking say? Because I would never want any woman to ever tell me what I can and cannot do with my fucking body. So there's my official opinion. No, that's that again. That's that is a opinion that is echoed by other women also. And quite frankly, I mean, let's face it. If you really want to be technical, the fucking that first month when a woman misses her period and goes, I think I'm pregnant, and she goes to a doctor and the doctor says, yeah, you're fucking pregnant. I would think that any responsible woman at that point would either decide, yes, I'm going to have it, or no, I'm going to not have it. I don't think it should take any more than 3 to 4 months to decide if you're going to fucking keep a fucking baby. So after the first month you miss your period and the doctor says you're fucking pregnant, I would imagine that it should only take another month to 6 weeks to fucking confer with your family, with your doctor, with you, and really have a deep thought about, do I really want to have this? And then go ahead and either keep it or abort it. And at that time, like you just said,
you're really only talking less than 3 months. And at 3 months, that gippity goop inside is really nothing more than gippity goop. And so, but again, who are we really in this day and age to tell a woman, I forbid you to do that? And that's the issue. And hey, that's why me and you are on the radio, and I'm farting like a madhouse, stinking up the place, and you're gonna fuck yourself with a big dildo. We don't make policy. We just do retarded things. Exactly. Well, Katie Summers, it's 10:36. You got anything else, or are we good with our nightly news? No, it's good for us to be political, and it's good for the people to get a taste of what Katie Summers is about. You're growing as a talk show host, and you're blossoming as a young Mika Brzezinski. And it's only a matter of time before you are flying like a butterfly and having your own daily show where you dish politics and you dish dirt and you dish cats from out of your fucking bag. You watch me. You watch my fucking sausage right fucking here. What do you think of that? Oh my God. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, dirty. She's dirty. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is the news hour here with Katie Summers. We're going to sign off with Katie Summers, and we're going to let her do her ceremonial goodbye and plug everything she's got going on. And with that, further ado, Katie Summers, take it away, my young, lovely girlfriend. Go ahead. Do it. Give it to me. By Jesus Christ, it's fucking what a fucking animal. What a fucking animal. That's what we have to sign off with. Talking about putting peepees in her fucking mouth. What the fuck is wrong with that girl? Just no class. All right, that's what I get. No fucking class over here. All right, it's the Rob Black Show. I'm fucking tired, man. I think I'm crashing. All right, I need to get back up. You guys, y'all got me nuts over here. From Inspector Kalosha dealings to Katie Summers and putting peepees in her fucking mouth. We are just insane tonight, guys. It's 10:39 p.m. and we're gonna fucking sign off. I've encoded a ton of XPW footage. We'll probably wait for the handsome devil to reach out to us again, and from there we will put together and give you guys the information about XPW and the return of Extreme Pro Wrestling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Rob Black, and we are signing off. I'm fucking tired. You guys beat me down tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow at fucking noon. Noon is when we'll be back. And don't forget,
XPW is coming back strong. And let me tell you guys something. You might be thinking one thing about XPW, but I promise you it's going to be something so completely different. It's going to blow your fucking minds away. Because what you think XPW is going to be is not what is going to happen. And that's all I'm going to tip off on there. And I actually had somebody say, will we be creating and having new stars? And I say yes. If you think we're going to bring back a bunch of 15-year-old outdated gimmicks with a bunch of guys running around stapling each other, you're out of your fucking minds. If you think we're going to run around having a bunch of fucking shows where guys are just fucking blading each other, you're out of your fucking minds. That is not wrestling. That is freak show shit. Sitting there and watching guys staple each other is not professional wrestling. It's not entertainment. That's a freak show. So if you're thinking that there's going to be 3 hours of guys stapling each other and fucking just openly taking blades out and slashing each other up, that's not what you're going to get from the new XPW. It's Rob Black. We're going to see you guys tomorrow at noon. Don't forget to tune in on the RobBlackShow.com. Don't forget to tune in on AdultFYI.com. We are here. We're kicking ass. And we are everything that is good in this world. We are everything that's evil in this world. And we are preaching intolerance. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the word is intolerance, and that is what we preach. See you tomorrow on the Rob Black Show.